Hey, what's up, Tech Fam? Today we're talking about China, China, and how they just dropped a huge bomb in the AI world. They've unleashed a new large language model called DeepSeek R1. And trust me, this isn't just another AI model. This is something that could be a game changer, an absolute shift in the power dynamic, the kind that makes you rethink how everything is going to evolve. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Another AI model? Yawn. But stay with me, because DeepSeek R1 is different enough to make it exciting. This ain't your grandpa's chatbot. We're talking about something that's on par with the best American AI models. Think OpenAI's GPT-4 and Google's Gemini, but with one major twist that is going to have these companies sweating bullets. Why is this so huge? Let's break it down, because the devil is in the details. First, they trained this beast on a shoestring budget of just $5.5 million. Yeah, you heard that right. OpenAI, on the other hand, spent a whopping $200 million on GPT-4. That's like comparing the budget of a school play to a Hollywood blockbuster. Imagine buying a top-of-the-line performance car for the price of a regular sedan. And get this, the Chinese team, DeepSeek, did it all in under 3 million GPU hours. That's like a speedy 2-month training vacation for the AI. Compare that to Meta's Llama, which took over 30 million GPU hours. It's like finishing a marathon while everyone else is barely past the starting line. But it gets even crazier. They managed to do this using NVIDIA's H800 GPUs, the ones that were built with reduced capabilities to avoid U.S. trade restrictions. Think of it like building a Formula One racer with a partially restricted engine and still beating the competition. It's straight up an engineering feat of brilliance. I mean, let's be real. The U.S. sanctions might have just backfired big time and made China even more innovative. Essentially, China has built a powerful, cost-effective, high-performance AI model, and it is a massive upset to that American dominance. So, why should you care? Well, for starters, the API prices for DeepSeek R1 are about 25 times cheaper than OpenAI's. Imagine what that could do for startups, for education, for really anyone who wants to tap into the power of AI without breaking the bank. This is going to create the democratization of access to this incredible technology. No longer will AI be just for tech giants. Anyone will be able to use these tools. But it also raises some serious questions. Why is the U.S. spending $500 billion on Project Stargate, trying to achieve something similar? Is it the most efficient way forward? And what happens when every country, every company, and even every person can access this kind of power? How is this going to change our daily lives? To figure this all out, I went deep into their research papers. Don't worry, you don't have to. And here's the secret sauce. It's all about efficiency. Here's the techie stuff, simplified, of course. 8-bit math magic. They used clever tricks to do most of the heavy lifting with 8-bit numbers instead of 32-bit numbers. The trade-off is some precision, but it saves a huge amount of memory, and that's what made it possible. Token prediction speed boost. Instead of predicting one token at a time, like most models, DeepSeek can predict multiple tokens, sacrificing some accuracy for a massive speed boost. Multi-head latent attention, MLA. Think of it like compressing a photo. They compress the data, save a ton of memory, and then train the model on only the important bits. It's like trimming the fat and focusing only on the muscle. This is actually a huge deal because it means they needed way fewer GPUs, saving money and energy. The model learns faster and more efficiently because it's not wasting time on useless data. The bottom line. DeepSeek R1 isn't just another AI model. It's a testament to innovation, resourcefulness, and the fact that sometimes a more clever approach is better than throwing money at the problem. This isn't just a technological achievement. It's a geopolitical chess move that could seriously shake things up. We're on the cusp of a world where AI is cheaper, more accessible, and potentially everywhere. This could mean personalized education, advanced healthcare, and faster solutions to global problems. We're talking about truly revolutionizing human life as we know it today. This could also mean shifts in power and influence, a constant arms race of technological advancement, and that could be scary for many. But ultimately, the future is in our hands. We're talking about something huge, a true holy grail moment in AI that's about to shake up everything. We'll get into what this means for NVIDIA's potential, the $500 billion project Stargate, and the whole AI landscape. But first, let's talk about just how quickly the AI market was already exploding, even before these new breakthroughs. According to Market US, we're talking about an 8x growth in the global artificial intelligence market over the next 8 years. That's a 30% annual growth rate through 2033. Think about that. It's like the internet boom all over again, but arguably even bigger. We're talking about a future where AI is interwoven into almost everything we do. Okay, now let's get to the real game changer. DeepSeek, an AI company, has just achieved something truly incredible. They figured out how to make an AI develop reasoning capabilities by itself. No one explicitly programmed it to think things through step by step, or to allocate more compute power to tougher problems. The DeepSeek R1 model just figured it out. The developers gave it a bunch of problems with clear answers, showed it what a good answer looks like, and the AI basically taught itself to reason. It's like giving a kid a Lego set and a picture of a castle, and they somehow figure out to build the castle by themselves. This is AI improving AI? Think of it like the AI is having an internal conversation with itself, figuring out the best path to a solution. This might seem tiny, but this addresses a huge problem with current AI models: hallucinations. You know how sometimes AI just spits out things that make absolutely no sense? That's because usually they generate one word at a time, trying to make sure each word fits with the ones before it. It's really hard for them to notice their own mistakes, let alone fix them. But when AI models use chain-of-thought reasoning, everything changes. By breaking problems down into steps, the AI can check its work. It can backtrack, change its approach, and even ask for help from other, more specialized AIs. Kind of like asking a second opinion from a doctor. And the results are speaking for themselves. Both OpenAI's GPT models and DeepSeek's R1 are topping the charts in terms of performance. But here's the massive thing. DeepSeek costs a fraction of the price to use. Now, if you think about it, all of this sounds amazing, but Wall Street seems to totally be missing the point right now. We're seeing carnage in tech stocks. Broadcom and NVIDIA are down around 17%. To put that into perspective, NVIDIA basically lost around $500 billion of its market value, and Invertive Holdings, which does cooling solutions for data centers, is down like 30%. This might sound scary, but I firmly believe this is going to create a massive buying opportunity, and let me explain why. Until recently, running AI models, called inference, was cheap than training. It was basically how many prompts did you give the model, and how hard were those prompts. But thanks to chain-of-thought reasoning and techniques like mixture of experts, the model does significantly more computation on the way to solving the problem itself. Now, there's a whole new way to scale AI. It's like giving a human more resources to do a job, more time, more money, and more access to the right tools. For AI, it means better algorithms and more GPU hours. There are 3 main ways to scale AI. First is pre-training scaling, where the AI gets better with more data, more parameters, and more compute power. That's the basic training we know. Then there's post-training scaling, where you fine-tune the model using more specialized data, feedback, and so on. Think of it like finishing school and getting practical experience. But now DeepSeek has proven the power of test-time scaling, where the model gets better by spending more time and energy during the actual problem-solving process. Should it generate in one shot or explore various options? This is a radical shift. AI isn't just about training harder or having more data anymore. It's about the quality of reasoning and the process of thinking through problems. DeepSeek has essentially shown that better internal thinking is a key to more powerful AI. We're talking about a breakthrough called chain of thought reasoning, and what DeepSeek is showcasing is the power of what we're calling a third scaling law in AI. Now, you're probably familiar with the idea that bigger models with more parameters are better and that more compute power is essential. But this is something different. See, normally, AI would just try to answer questions directly, like a one-shot deal. But with chain of thought or test time scaling, the AI now goes through a thought process. It breaks big problems down into small logical steps. It's like giving your AI a scratch pad to slowly reason through the problem step by step. Think of it like this. Instead of just blurting out an answer, it's like it's thinking out loud, evaluating different options, and then choosing the best one. This happens during inference, or as it's being used. And the more thinking it does while solving a problem, the better the results become. The crazy part? It turns out this is incredibly effective. And the more power you give it, the more thinking it can do, the better it gets. This means the demand for more compute power isn't going anywhere. We can still benefit from having more GPUs, which is good news for NVIDIA. Now, some people might look at this and think it's bad news for companies like NVIDIA, but I disagree. This test time scaling doesn't mean less need for processing power. It means more efficient use of the power we have. That's the key here. Companies like Microsoft and Google are going to be all over this. They'll be implementing techniques like mixed precision training, multi-token generation, and refined reward functions to get their models working this way. We're looking at a potential explosion in performance without necessarily needing to exponentially increase hardware. Think of it as squeezing even more juice out of the lemon. DeepSeek's API costs 25 times less than OpenAI's for similar performance. And this isn't about saving money. It's about getting 25 times more bang for your buck on your AI investment. This brings me to a sneaky, crazy, important concept called Jevons paradox. Basically, when something gets cheaper and more efficient, demand explodes. Remember when air conditioning got cheap? Everyone got one. And electricity usage went up. Same with computers. As AI becomes cheaper and more powerful thanks to this breakthrough, we're going to see more people and companies using it. This is the moment mainstream AI adoption takes off. This isn't just about chatbots. This technology can be applied to so much more. Think robots, self-driving cars, medical diagnostics, even predicting the weather or simulating physics. We're just barely scratching the surface of what's possible. This is a paradigm shift, folks, a massive leap forward. And as a technology enthusiast, I'm incredibly excited to see where this all leads us. We've still got a long way to go, but this is a huge step towards unlocking the full potential of AI. What does this mean for you? Well, I think we're going to see AI touching every part of our lives in the coming years. So, did this video blow your mind a little? If you found it useful, do me a favor and smash that like button, and consider subscribing for more deep dives into cutting-edge tech. Either way, thanks for watching, and remember, the best investment you can make is in you. Until next time, this is Investopia, signing off.